Night, coming this September.
I'm gonna have to bring in a whole new set of white folks.
Because tonight, my learned colleagues here, the Mean Street Posse, are going to get their chance at being the Southern Heavyweight Tag Champions once again, just like they deserve, and they're going to get the bloody chance that they need and prove to everyone, including you and all these bloody peasants here, why we are the three elite wrestlers here in MCW.
And the reason why we need these tag champs out here is because you rednecks need role models. And Ronnie and I do these. Only so long until the rest of the crowd dies until you won't have a role model anymore. So why not be with greatness? Because we're like Royal January compared to you. You guys are so low on the food chain, and we are so high. The chain is straight. We are so much more superior than you. We deserve these girls. I know you know. Kingpinz, you two fat bastards! Hey, put that music on! What the hell's going on? Making their way to the ring, accompanied by the lovely Bobcat, your current Southern Tag Team Champions, Rice and Shake, the Kingpinz.
Hey, listen! You said you want a shot for the title belts? Well, let me tell you, you got it tonight. It may have took us months to get these belts from you. You think we're gonna lose them tonight? You think we stand a chance to lose? No way! No way! But let me tell you something. If I personally have to get in this ring and kick your ass myself, I will. Come on, let's go.
It's ours, baby.
Biddy, glad to see you, man. Hey, man, I know you like it rough, so I got you a match tonight here in Jackson, Mississippi. A Tennessee street fight against Ronnie James. Man, don't you get it? I told you we were through. God.
Presenting 100 Reasons to Watch the Cindy Margolis Show. See more when the party begins. The Cindy Margolis Show.
Saturday night on UPN 30. People from all walks of life have discovered that Check Into Cash offers a simple solution to one of life's most difficult situations. It happens when an unexpected expense arises and it's just before payday. At Check Into Cash, you write us a personal check and you get the cash you need instantly. We'll hold your check up to 14 days. You can be in and out within minutes. The next time you need quick cash for whatever reason, go to Check Into Cash. It's quick, easy, and confidential.
Visit Check Into Cash during our grand opening in Humboldt on North Central Avenue.
I cannot live another day without air conditioning.
Says tomorrow's gonna be hotter.
Hotter?
There's still plenty of hot weather to come. Fortunately, right now, you can get big savings on an installed central air conditioner from Sears. For a limited time, we're offering a hot summer special. Absolutely no payments, no billing, no interest until January. Call Sears today for a free in-home estimate on an energy-efficient central air conditioning system. And now you can choose from 2 high-quality brand names, Kenmore and Trane. Sears Home Central, the good life at a great price, guaranteed.
The end of summer won't suck this year. UPN is going to make this fall cooler than ever. Star Trek Voyager launches its final climactic season.
Alert.
Will they make it home? 7 days, and last year's hit comedies, Moesha and The Barkers return. The Hughleys have a new home on UPN.
If you want something, why don't you do what I did when I was your age?
But Dad, they have video cameras in liquor stores now.
And introducing a show about modern relationships and twisted friendships. Girlfriends.
You nasty.
Those in power want to control you. You've got to fight for your freedom.
They took away my life. Their mistake.
And a high-tech unit battles terrorism on a whole new level.
Time to boot up and be brilliant.
Level 9. WWF SmackDown unleashes a brand new season.
Get good.
UPN has wicked alternative specials like the Source Hip Hop Music Awards. Chill this summer, but get ready to thrill this fall. Only on UPN. UPN.
I'm tired of you walking around here with my light heavyweight belt on, knowing that you ain't no light heavyweight champion. Look at that. You're over the weight by 200 pounds. I did not drive all the way to Jackson, Mississippi for nothing. I want a title shot today.
Yes, you did drive for nothing, Rocky, because Hollywood won that chance last week in a match, and you know that, so Hollywood gets to match today. So get out of my face, I don't want to hear it. So just live with it and like it. Waitress.
Well, Rocker's not too happy about that decision, but in the ring, we've already got it underway. Tennessee Street Fight, Ronnie James versus Bitty Little with Hollywood at ringside, and Ronnie James has dedicated this match to reckless youth. And Ronnie James outside of the ring, first one to come down to the plunder at ringside, grabs a cooking sheet, grabs Bitty Little by the hair. He's going to fire him off into the ropes for extra momentum. Oh, my God. Laced him right in the head. Look at the dent on that pan. I don't think Bitty Little expected to be signed up for this. I don't know what, you know, he told Hollywood several weeks ago they were going their separate ways, and Hollywood signs them up for this matchup. Only a count of 2 on that, if that. Ronnie James showing reckless youth. If you want to break the rules, don't do it in a wrestling match. Do it this way. Sign up for a Tennessee Street Fight where everything is legal. No DQ. And now Hollywood at ringside picks up the wet floor sign. Laces it across Ronnie James' back. Gets the slop bucket. Those are very common down here in Jackson, Mississippi. A lot of tobacco chewers and spitters. Now he's got a pool stick. Bitty setting up, doing a little wiggle, and oh my! And now it's Bitty Little going for the chair. Drapes it across Ronnie James' face. Bitty Little up to the second rope. Connects with the leg drop. Metal smashed right into Ronnie James' face. Bitty Little going back with the pool cue. Don't forget, coming up a little bit later today also, we'll see the Memphis Championship Wrestling television debut of Headbanger Thrasher from the World Wrestling Federation. Jacked his jaw. Both men starting to feel the fatigue. Ronnie James setting up the chair. Bitty Little's eyes glazed over. Head first into the chair. Oh, closes the chair and now drops a leg of his own. Wow, Ronnie James really ticked off. I guess he's trying to prove a point. He's trying. Oh, he's down for the cover. Only a count of 2. Ronnie James really ticked off over recent events with Reckless Youth.
Come on.
Shoulder block.
Come on, Billy.
In the corner, follows up. A couple of stiff right hands.
Come on.
Whip into the corner, reversal. Out of Bitty Little, who charges in, catches an elbow right in the jaw. Charges back in again. There's 2 feet for you too, Bitty. Here comes Ronnie James. Oh! Took him down face first into the chair. Now both men down. Hollywood holding weapons at ringside. Hollywood, of course, scheduled in action today to face Alki for the light heavyweight title. And the crowd cheers for Bitty Little. Ronnie James in bad situation here as Bitty comes back over, grabs him by the head, but Ronnie fires an elbow off into the midsection. Chair still set up in the middle of the ring, and Ronnie James with a sidewalk slam destroys the chair and probably Bitty Little's back. What a wild match to open up this week's Memphis Championship Wrestling. And coming up after this matchup, we have Steven Regal defending the Southern Heavyweight title against Joey Abs. And look out, Bitty Little up and over the top rope, down onto the floor, and Ronnie James grabbing a table to bring into the ring, and Hollywood is now in the ring. Ronnie James cuts him off. Pile driver onto Hollywood. Ronnie James pulling out all the stops. I hope Reckless Youth is getting a good look at the kind of rough action that goes down in a Tennessee street fight. Ronnie James hoping to get Reckless Youth in one, possibly tonight at the New Daisy Theater on Beale Street. He's got Hollywood laid out across the table. Hollywood may be thinking twice about getting himself and Bitty involved in this matchup. Luckily for Hollywood, the #1 contender for the light heavyweight title, Bitty Little came in there and stopped Ronnie James. Now he's going to superplex him off. Look out, Hollywood. Either way, it's no Ronnie James blocking it. And there goes Bitty right through the table, crashing right through Hollywood. Ronnie James with the splash off the ropes. Down for the cover. 2, 3. Ronnie James has done it. He has won this Tennessee street fight. Bitty Little laid out. Hollywood laid out. Look at the carnage inside the ring as the rough Ronnie James heads to the back. We're going to need some help out here in the ring for both Bitty and Hollywood Little. And oh, look out back. It's Joey Abs. He's just gotten here at the building. He's facing Steven Regal right after this break for the sun. What? Feet gas and Rodney have jumped. Joey Abs. Look at. It's a mugging.
You want to cost us the belt? That's right, baby. That's enough gas.
Jerry the King Lawler, the king of Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee, the home of the redneck scumbags. Jerry Lawler, for years and years and years, completely annihilating opponent after opponent after opponent. He is definitely the king of Memphis. Well, come SummerSlam, the year 2000, Jerry Lawler, the king, is dead. And Memphis, no more will the king make you smile. 'Cause I, the human wrecking machine, the one-man crime spree, will kill your king. I am gonna hook that man in the Tazz mission. And I am going to deprive him of his oxygen and choke his ass out right at SummerSlam. And Memphis, every one of you redneck, scumbag, low-life, low budgets will cry. Thanks to me, Tazz, thug life born, thug life bred. And when the time is right, I'll be thug life dead.
Don't miss it. Big television taping tonight at the New Daisy Theater on Beale Street. Bell time 8 o'clock. All ages show tonight. Beale Street, Memphis, Tennessee. Every Wednesday night, we're at the Oxford Billiards Club in Oxford, Mississippi. Bell time 8:30. Tickets only $5. Then a special show in Oxford at the Grove on the Old Miss campus. Sunday, August 27th. This is a free show. Bell time 1:30 p.m. University of Memphis, Thursday, August 31st at the Elma Roan Fieldhouse. Bell time 8 o'clock for another free show. Manila, Arkansas, Friday, September 1st at the Community Center. Bell time 8 o'clock. Get your advance tickets now at TJ's Quick Stop. Dyer County Fair, Dyersburg, Tennessee, Tuesday and Thursday. That's September 5th and September 7th. Bell time 8 o'clock at the Dyer County Fair. Potts Camp, Mississippi. We're coming Friday, September 8th to the Potts Camp High School. Bell time 8 o'clock. Advance tickets available now. Jackson, Mississippi, we're back at the North End for a special all-ages show Sunday, September 10th, bell time 3 o'clock. To bring Memphis Wrestling to your town, call 901-756-5498 or visit us on the web, www.memphischampionshipwrestling.com.
Think you can beat our price? It ain't gonna happen. Lisa Fisher here for Shelby Dodge. Take your pick. A new 2000 Neon or new 2000 Dakota, $99.99.
Save up to $4,000 off MSRP on new club caps. And Shelby Dodge is Caravan headquarters. Drive it for $297 a month or buy it for $15,478. New Durangos? Think you can beat $22,188?
Plus similar savings on a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles only at Shelby Dodge, 2691 Mount Moriah.
America's falling in love with Kia.
Get to Automart Kia today. To sell 300 Kias in 30 days, the nation's largest Kia dealer is pulling out all the stops. Buy with 0 down and make no payment for 90 days. All credit applications accepted. New Kia Cephia is $69.99 or 0 down, $137 a month. New Sportage is $10,999 or 0 down, $189 a month. See us at Automart Kia, 2 locations.
If he can survive this summer, he'll have survived the adventure of a lifetime, an American summer.
Saturday at noon on UPN 30.
Is your phone dead? Was your phone service disconnected? Are you tired of traveling to remote places to find a payphone? If so, this message is for you. Call Phone Reconnect of America now at 948-TALK. Phone Reconnect of America can get your phone running again. Your first month's basic service is free. Yes, I said free. There's no credit check and no deposit. Get your phone running again. Call 948-TALK. Your first month's basic service is free.
Cyber terrorists are getting away with murder. We need a new breed of cop, high-tech, and years ahead of the CIA.
There weren't any fingerprints. We don't need no
stinking prints.
You've reached level 9.
Coming this fall to UPN 30.
From the masters of gangster rap comes a fat motion picture.
My girl didn't kill nobody. I'm gonna get you out.
Get ready for Hot Boy. Starring and featuring the music of Snoop Dogg.
Remember where you came from and know where we're trying to go.
Silk the Shocker.
Toast to the Hot Boy.
And Master P.
Tuesday at 7 on UPN 30.
Hey, did you get a load of that out there, brother? That's what a Tennessee street fight is all about. Hardcore, and I got a little bit of that left for you. Soon as I can get my hands on you. You may have weaseled your way out of it the first time, but sooner or later on down the line, I'm going to get you in a hardcore Tennessee street fight.
You know, Ronnie, I don't understand why we can't just be friends, man. We don't need to do that fighting stuff. I'm just a technical wrestler. All that stuff hurts, man. I don't want to do any of that stuff. Can't we just hug and make up?
So you're a technical wrestler?
Yeah, I do all
You're a great technical wrestler, right?
Yeah.
Since that's what you do, and you're such a great technical
I don't do
wrestler.
the chairs and tables.
I heard tonight that Steve Regal doesn't have an opponent because Joey Abs got hurt. So tonight, I volunteered you to go against Steve Regal. How's that sound to you, Mr. Great Technical Wrestler? You go out there and you put a stretching on me. How is that?
Ron, can't we just be friends, Ron?
Get off me, man. What?
Can't we?
Ain't you got no dignity at all, son? Get off me.
There's no love in this locker room at all.
Let's take another look at what happened right before we went to break. Joey Abs was arriving here at the North End in Jackson, Mississippi for his match against Steven Regal. And right there you see Pete Gass and Rodney jump him, do a number on him, so he is not able to compete in the matchup. Steven Regal's in the ring right now. Reckless Youth is on his way out there. He'll be taking Joey Abs' place in the Southern Heavyweight title matchup. That footage was brought to you in this week's Automart Kia Rewind of the Week. Automart Kia, 2 convenient locations, one on Covington Pike and one on Mount Moriah. Let's go to Reckless Youth in the ring.
This match is under protest because not one of these people deserve to see a talent like Reckless Youth wrestle in this ring right now.
Steven Regal was set today to defend the Southern Heavyweight title against Joey Abs. You know the bad blood between those two. But Pete and Rodney jumping Joey Abs in the parking lot. Joey Abs unable to compete in the matchup. But Ronnie James volunteered Reckless Youth for it, saying, hey, you don't want a hardcore match, you don't want a Tennessee street fight, you want a wrestling match, you're a wrestler, get in there against one of the best. And so we have it going today. Reckless trying to reverse it around. Regal pretty adamant about keeping it on. Reckless wraps himself around the ropes. All right, here we go. Back down to action. Collar and elbow lockup in Regal. Quickly goes back in. Reckless screaming for pain. Ah! One more time for good measure. Steven Regal has definitely been a fighting champion ever since winning the Southern Heavyweight title under very controversial circumstances. And Reckless down for a cover. Regal gets the legs up, but Reckless reverses that. But no, gets flipped over. Regal with very powerful legs. Reckless just couldn't get the leverage hooked in. Spinning head scissors takedown. That's an effective move. One of the first effective moves out of Reckless this whole matchup. Into the ropes for momentum. Drops down with the knee. Okay, well, people in Jackson don't like Reckless either. And I'm just getting word from the back. They're telling me Hollywood Little is in no condition to compete today. So Hollywood will not be competing for the light heavyweight title today against Aoki. And Aoki is standing by. As soon as we finish up with this matchup, Aoki is going to be standing by with an announcement concerning the light heavyweight title. Stand by for that. We'll be coming to that. Hollywood apparently in bad shape after going through the table in that Tennessee street fight. That's 2 people that have been taken out on today's show. Joey Abs and Hollywood. Body count continues. Reckless is now feeling the impact from Steven Regal. Reverses a whip into the ropes, puts his head down, a little too early there. Regal catches him, somersaults over onto him. Crowd cheering Regal, which is not a common occurrence given his attitude. Now Reckless fighting back with a little of Regal's tactics. Reckless has made no bones about it. He's powerbomb maneuver. Only gets a count of 2.
Scream like a bitch!
Referee Robert Malone reiterating only a count of 2. Reckless Youth calling out for the DDT. Nails it on the Southern Heavyweight champion. Goes down for the cover. Count of 2. 2.5. Malone's pointing up 2 fingers. It was 2.5. Reckless as the elevator's going up. Up for the top, setting up for a moonsault. Regal out of the way, misses. And now Regal going down for the Regal stretch. He's got it clamped on. He's got it clamped on. Your winner by submission, Steven Regal.
Look, you just saw that Hollywood is in no condition to be facing you for that title match. So it's me and you.
I'm not wrestling today, Rocker. I'll tell you what, actually, Rocker, I've been thinking about it. This champion stuff, I may be a little over, not much, you know, but maybe a little bit overweight. And I've got a lot of commissioner stuff to do, and I just don't want to be the champion no more. So
hand me my belt and everything will be okay then.
I can't just hand you the belt though. What I'm gonna do is put a match together between the top contenders, and the winner is gonna get the belt today here on TV.
Okay, then tell me who I'm facing so I can go get the
Rocket. It's not you, man.
What do you mean it's not me?
It's between Spanky and American Dragon, and the winner is gonna be the light heavyweight champion.
So you telling me that my own brother is getting a title shot before I am?
That's exactly what I'm telling you, Rocker. That's what I'm telling you.
Well, you tell Spanky that it's not through between me and him, and I'm calling Mom.
Well, I'll tell him then.
Starting Saturday, September 2nd, Memphis Championship Wrestling will air 1 hour earlier on Saturdays. That's at 10 a.m. due to the upcoming football season. SEC football on UPN 30. So all your favorite Memphis Championship Wrestling stars will be seen starting September 2nd, an hour earlier, 10 a.m. Saturday mornings right here on UPN 30.
On the street, he's known as a tough prosecutor.
You are in control of you.
In court, he's a no-nonsense judge.
If you do it again, I'm going to have to ask you to step out.
Who wants to make a difference.
Just listen.
A legal expert.
So ordered.
A passion for justice.
You inflicted the damage.
And just the right amount of compassion.
Please, there's a child involved.
James Curtis rules on Curtis Court. Decisions that make a difference.
Coming this fall to UPN 30.
I see a little silhouette of a kind. Mountain Dew, time to do the Sandungo. Citrus taste and quenching, very, very exciting me. Fantastico, Figaro. Here we go.
If you're thinking of waiting till next year to buy a pool, this might change your mind.
Right now, all remaining pools at Watson's are 30 to 60% off.
Plus, you get a free automatic chlorinator,
A free winter cover,
free installation,
and free 6 months same as cash. Complete 24-foot pool package, only $12.99 installed.
Get the best brand name patio furniture now at 50% off.
Clearance sale prices on Cal Spas.
At Watson's, you get the best break in town.
The end of summer won't suck this year. UPN is going to make this fall cooler than ever. Star Trek Voyager launches its final climactic season.
Alert.
Will they make it home? 7 days, and last year's hit comedies, Moesha and The Barkers return. The Hughleys have a new home on UPN.
If you want something, why don't you do what I did when I was your age?
But Dad, they have video cameras in liquor stores now.
And introducing a show about modern relationships and twisted friendships. Girlfriends.
You nasty.
Those in power want to control you. You've got to fight for your freedom.
They took away my life. Their mistake.
And a high-tech unit battles terrorism on a whole new level.
Time to boot up and be brilliant.
Level 9. WWF SmackDown unleashes a brand new season.
It's gonna get good.
Yeah, good. UPN has wicked alternative specials like the Source Hip Hop Music Awards. Chill this summer, but get ready to thrill this fall. Only on UPN. UPN.
Hey, check it out. What about this, Kat? You're on the cover of TV Guide.
Hey, pretty cool, huh, King?
Yeah, that's great, man.
Not only that, on the cover, I'm on the inside, too.
Oh, a story about the cat. The cover of this week's TV Guide. That's really something. I can't believe it. Will you autograph it for me?
Sure, of course.
Okay.
Get me a pen.
Am I meant to, is there a picture of me in there or anything?
You're somewhere in there, I think. I'm not sure, but, you know, that's all great, but what about you and Tazz? SummerSlam?
Yeah?
It's got that Tazz mission.
Yeah? What, I mean, you think I should be afraid? I should be worried about Tazz, the thug from Brooklyn, New York? Let me tell you something. I'm not worried about him. I'm not worried about his Tazz mission. I felt that thing. Big deal. And I would like for you to maybe lock the Tazz mission on me sometime. But for him, I'm not worried. I'm going to tell you something. He thinks he's bad. He's talking all of this trash before SummerSlam. He really don't know the King like the people here in Memphis know the King. I'm going to introduce him to the real King. Not the King of commentary, not the King that he's seen sitting out at ringside in the WWF. I'm going to introduce Tazz to the King that everybody here in Memphis knows, the King of the Ring, the original King of the Ring, the real King. And I tell you what, I got plans for him. He talks about that Tazz mission hold. I'm going to pile drive Tazz so hard at SummerSlam. You know, he's already short and he's got stock. He's got no neck.
That's
when I give him about 3 or 4 of my pile drivers, he'll have to unzip his pants to brush his teeth.
Ooh.
So Tazz, get ready. Talk your trash now, because at SummerSlam, pal, I'm going to introduce you to the real King. Check this out. This is really pretty cool, right?
You got a pin? You mean?
Comes to us from the Mosh Pit in the World Wrestling Federation. This is Headbanger Thrasher. Well, here we have the debut on Memphis Championship Wrestling of Headbanger Thrasher, who was saying right before this matchup that he heard there was a rapper down in Memphis making a lot of noise saying how he's the man and he's going to be the next star of the World Wrestling Federation. Headbanger Thrasher came down to show him how it's done. K-Krush getting off to a fast start. Fires Thrasher off into the ropes. Thrasher avoids the boot. Misses the kick. And now K-Krush going for a little rodeo ride here in Jackson, Mississippi. I know the Cowboys on the front row enjoyed that one. K-Krush has Vanity at ringside with him. She's really not a manager or a valet. She's Krush's assistant, head assistant, I might add. Accompanies him to some of the events around the area, helps take care of a little bit of his business, if you know what I mean. Fires Thrasher off into the ropes. Thrasher up and over. Here comes K-Krush with a leapfrog. Crotch chop. Thrasher waiting for him. Hip tosses. Krush almost out of the ring into Vanity. Arm drag. Takedown. Drop kick. Flush on the face. And rapper K-Krush heads outside. Let me tell you, Krush, it's not a safe place for you here. The people in the North End in Jackson, Mississippi, not really taking a liking to you, as they say. Headbanger Thrasher and as more stars from the World Wrestling Federation make their presence known here in Memphis and all over the Mid-South. Of course, we saw Viscera make a big impact the last couple of weeks and destroyed a couple of guys after a match here at the North End. K-Krush heading back towards the dressing room area. I don't know if we've got enough light back there to pick up what's going on, but we got a camera back there. Thrasher grabs him by the head, drags him all the way back, tosses him inside the ring. Krush misses with the clothesline. Cross body block out of Thrasher. Count of 2. Thrasher fires him off into the ropes. K-Krush. Oh, look at Vanity. Grab Thrasher by the ankle. Krush going down into his tights. Decided to go for the scissors kick. Nice distraction by Vanity. Vanity, of course, one of the few women in wrestling these days that does not have breasts bigger than her head. Fist to the top of the head.
Don't be calling her name.
Krush getting onto the crowd, telling them not to call Vanity names. As he continues to pound away on Thrasher. Coming up later today, we still have... Oh, no. There's a chant I haven't heard before. That was a lovely one. We'll let that one go unnoticed. K-Krush up to his feet, I was going to say. But coming up later, we still have that tag team title matchup. Krush with a count of 2. Mean Street Posse getting their return match against the new champs, the Kingpinz, with the lovely Bobcat at ringside. We've got that coming up in today's main event. Kingpinz just won the title just last week. As K-Krush comes in, Thrasher out of the way. Real men wear skirts. And he connects with a belly-to-back suplex. Both men down. Referee's going to start the count. Vanity cheering on Krush. Referee up to a count of 5. K-Krush up to one knee. That's going to break the count right there at 7. Both men up. Thrasher blocks a shot, connects with a right. And a second. Thrasher with going to Fist City on Krush. Power slam with authority. Count of 1, 2. Krush kicks out of that one. Thrasher looking to put away the young rapper, giving a word of warning to Vanity. Oh, shows her what's under the skirt and charges in. But Krush had pulled referee Mike Johnson into the way. And oh, no, look out. Here comes over 400 pounds of viscera. Right on Thrasher. Has him up in the air, setting up. Oh, no, it's going to be the big Samoan drop. My God. That's a lot of weight coming down. Thrasher out of it. Krush going down. This has got to be an easy pin at this point. Nobody's getting up out of that Samoan drop. Count of 2. Count of 3. Your winner, K-Krush. Another victory for K-Krush, and not quite the debut that Thrasher had intended when he arrived here in Memphis Championship Wrestling. And Viscera takes out referee Mike Johnson. Viscera, Vanity, and K-Krush standing over victorious over the fallen body of Thrasher. When we come back, we have the light heavyweight title matchup, American Dragon versus Spanky. We got the Southern Tag title match still to come. Much more. Stay with us. Don't miss it. Big television taping tonight at the New Daisy Theater on Beale Street. Bell time 8 o'clock. All ages show tonight. Beale Street, Memphis, Tennessee. Every Wednesday night, we're at the Oxford Billiards Club in Oxford, Mississippi. Bell time 8:30. Tickets only $5. Then a special show in Oxford at the Grove on the Old Miss campus. Sunday, August 27th. This is a free show. Bell time 1:30 p.m. University of Memphis, Thursday, August 31st at the Elma Roan Fieldhouse. Bell time 8 o'clock for another free show. Manila, Arkansas, Friday, September 1st at the Community Center. Bell time 8 o'clock. Get your advance tickets now at TJ's Quick Stop. Dyer County Fair, Dyersburg, Tennessee, Tuesday and Thursday. That's September 5th and September 7th. Bell time 8 o'clock at the Dyer County Fair. Potts Camp, Mississippi. We're coming Friday, September 8th to the Potts Camp High School. Bell time 8 o'clock. Advance tickets available now. Jackson, Mississippi. We're back at the North End for a special all-ages show Sunday, September 10th. Bell time 3 o'clock. To bring Memphis Wrestling to your town, call 901-756-5498 or visit us on the web, www.memphischampionshipwrestling.com.
D.L. Hughley and John Hinton from the Hughleys.
I guess you heard we're moving to UPN now.
Think they're gonna change the show much?
Oh, nah. Oh, yeah, I'm a Vulcan now.
Yeah, but that's the only change, right?
That and this. Those are your wrestling tights. Rock's coming over later. He's gonna show you the people's elbow.
The Hughleys, Monday nights on UPN.
Nanu, nanu.
Remember Jared? He lost 245 pounds on his own diet, which included Subway's low-fat sandwiches and lots of walking. It's been a year, so let's see how he's doing.
Looking buff, Jared.
Way to go, Jared! Thanks to 7 Subway sandwiches with 6 grams of fat or less and laying off the burgers and fries, Jared's looking pretty good. He's a true inspiration to dieters everywhere. Subway, the way a sandwich should be.
Come into your local participating Subway restaurant and get 3 regular footlongs for only $9.99.
7 things you'd like to forget. I joined the Army.
What are you doing?
Hate this job. I hate this job. I hate this job.
Touch it. Touch it. Touch it.
No.
Yes.
Well, here you go.
Is this Shauna? Are you looking for Matt?
You were on a date with one of your mother's best friend.
Hi there. You can relate.
Coming this fall to UPN 30.
Could a military coup take over America?
Soldiers like you and me have just about all that's left to try and hold this country together.
What if all your rights were taken away?
At first, the resistance movement was only a set of small ripples in a big pond. Not anymore.
Who will fight?
They ordered me to betray my country.
For our freedom.
They took away my life, but they let me live. Their mistake.
We got to fight the powers that be. What we got to say. Power to the people, no delay. Make everybody see. In order to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. Fight the power. We got to fight the power.
Coming this fall to UPN 30.
Wrestling out of Aberdeen, Washington, this is the American Dragon! 2 men today will have the chance to get gold here in Memphis Wrestling for the very first time. The American Dragon will be facing Spanky for the Memphis Championship Wrestling Light Heavyweight title. And from Orlando, Florida, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Spanky! Well, as Spanky slides up to the ring and sends out a big kiss to the fans here in Jackson, Mississippi at the North End, let me take this opportunity to remind you guys, okay, here we go, match underway tonight. We're at the New Daisy Theater on historic Beale Street for a big television taping. Hope to see all of you out there tonight on Beale Street as Spanky locks in with a side headlock on the American Dragon. Dragon flips him off into the ropes. Spanky up and over. Hip toss? No. American Dragon blocks it. Spanky ducks the clothesline, comes back in. American Dragon, hip toss? No. Arm drag out of Spanky. Both men just kind of feeling each other out at this point. Here's a quick reminder that starting September 2nd, UPN 30 will be presenting SEC football. So on September 2nd, Memphis Championship Wrestling will move to 10 a.m. Saturday mornings. 1 hour earlier. Ooh, what a chop. 1 hour earlier, starting September 2nd, 10 a.m. for all the Memphis Championship Wrestling action. Both men out of the ring. Spanky back in. He's going to fly out on the Dragon right into the front row. Both men down here at the North End in Jackson, Mississippi. We've already seen a lot out of both these competitors since they arrived here at Memphis Championship Wrestling. Of course, both graduates from Shawn Michaels Wrestling Academy in Texas. You can see his influence on their wrestling style as belly-to-back suplex out of Spanky, down for the cover. Robert Malone gets to a count of 2, and only a count of 2. American Dragon also has a lot of Japanese wrestling influence. He has worked in Japan before, trained in the dojos, and now uses the ropes to get out of that situation. Hook Spanky takes him up and over, but could not follow through with the pin attempt. Dragon slowly getting back up to his feet. Kick to the face. Fabulous Rocker still looking at getting his light heavyweight title back as Dragon connects with another one of those vicious chops. Snapmare Spanky out of the corner. Ooh, stiff Stiff kick to the back of the head. What is he, hacksaw Jim Duggan all of a sudden? Forearms out of Spanky, but a vicious forearm out of American Dragon. Coming up later today in our main event, the Kingpinz, along with the lovely Bobcat, they're the new tag team champions. They won those titles last week from Pete, Gas, and Rodney, the Mean Street Posse. The return match coming up today on the main event. Crowd said break it. American Dragon tried his best there. Slides back in under the bottom rope. A lot taken out of Spanky at this point. Dragon has him up. Drives him back down into the canvas. Count of 1, count of 2, and Spanky slides up under it. Spanky reaches the ropes. With his tennis shoes there, that will break up the count. Robert Malone tells Dragon, break it up, buddy. Both these competitors will be at the New Daisy Theater tonight for the big television taping. Oh, and Spanky switches around in midair, cover. Ooh, takes another one of those vicious kicks to the side of the head. Caught him right in the ear. That'll throw off your equilibrium right there. Both these men, as I was saying, will be at the New Daisy Theater tonight for the big television taping. Steven Regal will be on Beale Street defending the Southern Heavyweight title. We'll see which one of these men will walk into the New Daisy tonight, light heavyweight champion. Dragon whips him into the ropes. High up in the air, face first, Spanky down. Quick follow-up out of Dragon. Hooks him, submission maneuver. Spanky screaming out in pain. And once again, luckily for him, he's close enough to the ropes, gets a foot draped over it. That's going to break up that hold. Desperation punch to the midsection, doesn't have much force behind it. A lot taken out of Spanky at this point. Dragon's throwing everything but the kitchen sink at him. Ooh! And the crowd woos. Spanky reverses the whip into the corner. Catches himself. He's going to springboard back over. And he's got Dragon, rolls him up. Count of 1, 2, Dragon out of it. Spanky ducks a kick. Has Dragon up. Body slam. There you go, Spanky. And now Spanky going for a high-risk maneuver. Going to springboard over the ropes. And that was what I was talking about when I said high risk. Dragon got the knees up. Bad mistake on Spanky's part. That kid gets a little over-anxious sometimes. Spanky, of course, the Fabulous Rocker's big brother, and those two still having their problems. Rocker looking to settle those tonight at the New Daisy Theater on Beale Street. As Spanky is, whoa! Dragon was going to back body drop him, and Spanky in midair converted it over into a bulldog. Spanky trying to get some momentum going. Crowd here at the North End in Jackson, Mississippi cheering for him. Both men up to their feet. Dragon charges in a little too quickly. Spanky now back in control. Fires Dragon off. Reversal out of Dragon. Spanky hard into the corner. Here comes Dragon. Catches a boot to the jaw. Sunset flip off the second rope. Dragon quickly out of it. Going for the Boston Crab. Spanky twists around. Rolls him up. 1, 2, and Dragon out of it. Spanky was that close to the light heavyweight title. Spins around back, and now he hooks on the Shinamaki, the Japanese sleeper hold. Spanky trying to fight his way out. Dragon misses a clothesline. Here comes Spanky with a German suplex that snaps Dragon in half. Dragon out of the ring to prevent the pin, which Spanky could have well gotten at that point. Spanky telling everybody to get out of the way. He's going airborne. No. Dragon sidesteps him. Dragon back in the ring. But here comes Spanky with a flying elbow off the top rope. Nails Dragon while he had his back turned. Cover. 2, and only a count of 2. Very close. Spanky, face first powerbomb. And now setting Dragon up for the finish. I'm smelling a frog splash coming up out of Spanky, one of his favorite finishing maneuvers. He's up, Dragon out of the way. Spanky just rolls through it. Oh, man, gets his head taken off. What a fantastic bout between these two young competitors. Dragon clutching his ribs as Spanky rolls out of the ring to catch a little breather. Look out, he's not going to get one. Here comes Dragon, airborne, outside the ring. Both men laying, and this is a good chance for the Shelby Dodge Instant Replay of the Week. Shelby Dodge, 2691, Mount Moriah. Let's take a look a little earlier in the match. Dragon going for a backdrop. Spanky converts it in midair into a bulldog. Fantastic maneuver, and then follows up with a crushing German suplex on Dragon. Now we're back to the live action. Both men back in the ring. Crowd chanting for Spanky. Spanky up and over. Body slam onto Dragon. Ooh, drives him down onto the neck. And now Spanky going back up to the top rope as the crowd cheers him on. Spanky this close to being the light heavyweight champion. Dragon into the ropes. Spanky crotches himself. Britney Spears isn't going to be too happy with that. Dragon going up for a superplex. Spanky trying to fight his way out of it. Tosses Dragon off into referee Robert Malone. We have a ref down. Spanky on the top rope. Frog splash and nails it. What a beautiful frog splash onto American Dragon. Reminds me a lot of Eddie Guerrero's frog splash. Technically very excellent, but there's no referee to count the pin no matter how good it was. If you don't have a ref, you can't get the win. Dragon reverses out of that suplex. Spanky around, oh, low blow kick. And now Dragon hooks him, spins him around up in the air and drives his head and neck straight into the canvas. Grabs referee Robert Malone, who comes over Dragon down for the cover. 3, Dragon gets it. Dragon's the new champ. Your winner and new Memphis Championship Wrestling Light Heavyweight Champion, the American Dragon. The American Dragon tasting his first gold here in Memphis Championship Wrestling. He is the new light heavyweight champion. And we'll see him tonight at the new Daisy Theater on Beale Street. When we come back, we'll have that Southern Tag Title matchup.
Think you can beat our price? It ain't gonna happen. Lisa Fisher here for Shelby Dodge. Take your pick. A new 2000 Neon or new 2000 Dakota, $99.99.
Save up to $4,000 off MSRP on new club caps. And Shelby Dodge is Caravan headquarters. Drive it for $297 a month or buy it for $15,478. New Durangos? Think you can beat $22,188?
Plus similar savings on a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles only at Shelby Dodge, 2691 Mount Moriah.
America's falling in love with Kia.
Get to Automart Kia today. To sell 300 Kias in 30 days, the nation's largest Kia dealer is pulling out all the stops. Buy with 0 down and make no payment for 90 days. All credit applications accepted. New Kia Cephia is $69.99 or 0 down, $137 a month. New Sportage is $10,999 or 0 down, $189 a month. See us at Automart Kia, 2 locations.
In a country that saw his people as inferior,
Those people are eating in here.
Yeah, but you people aren't.
he became a phenomenon. On the world stage, he defied the Hitler theory and became a hero. Dorian Harewood stars as the legendary athlete who set the sports world on fire in The Jesse Owens Story.
Sunday at 7 on UPN 30's Sunday Night Cinema.
Is your phone dead? Was your phone service disconnected? Are you tired of traveling to remote places to find a payphone? If so, this message is for you. Call Phone Reconnective America now at 948-TALK. Phone Reconnective America can get your phone running again. Your first month's basic service is free. Yes, I said free. There's no credit check and no deposit. Get your phone running again. Call 948-TALK. Your first month's basic service is free.
Joy helps us taste. There's no other place if you wanna flow. Cisco, there's no time to waste if you want fun. That's the one. Oh baby, it makes me
team.
Cisco, heard you alone. I'm hitting you off right now.
Pepsi.
This matchup underway quickly as the former tag team champs, the Mean Street Posse, fire the Kingpins into the rope. They duck the clothesline and the pins. Come back and level Pete and Rodney. Bell officially sounds and we are underway with this title matchup. It was just last week when the Mean Street Posse lost the tag team titles to the Kingpins. They may be two-time City Bowling champs, but they are now one-time Southern Tag Team champions. They use Bobcat, their manager, as a distraction at ringside. She was wearing the tag titles like a bikini. That allowed the pins to get in there on the Posse. Joey Abs came running in, took care of Pete Gas. Pins got the titles. As you saw earlier in today's program, the Posse got their revenge on Joey Abs by jumping him out in the parking lot, putting him out. He missed his title shot against Steven Regal, but understand Joey Abs is okay, and he will be at the new Daisy Theater tonight on Beale Street in action, and you better believe he's going to have his eyes on Pete Gas and Rodney. The Posse feel that the Southern Tag Team titles belong to them. They were sent down here by Shane McMahon to take over Memphis Wrestling. And look at Pete Gas holding the rope. Schaefer out onto the floor, and as the referee is distracted by Rodney, Pete Gas doing a number on Schaefer right down here in the front row in Jackson, Mississippi at the north end.
You're right.
Schaefer tossed back inside the ring, meets up with a DDT out of Rodney. The more the weeks go by here in Memphis Championship Wrestling, the more I see out of the Mean Street Posse. You can tell Rodney is becoming crisper in his maneuvers. They're also becoming a little more vicious. And that's what it's going to take to get through the roadblock of the Kingpins. Double team maneuver out of the Mean Street Posse. Schaefer into the rope. Catches the boot. Swinging neck breaker. Here comes a leg drop out of Rodney. Pete Gas quickly following in with another elbow. Down for a lateral press. Hooks the leg. Count of two. Price in. Scoops Pete Gas off. Referee got nailed in the head on that one. Pete Gas rams Schaef's head into the top turnbuckle. And now just starts swinging wildly with those fists.
Let's go.
Robert Malone, the ref, back up to his feet. As Pete Gas fires Schaefer into the corner. Follows in with an elbow. One more time, let me remind everyone that starting September 2nd, when UPN 30 starts up the SEC football season, Memphis Championship Wrestling will be moving to 10 a.m. Saturday mornings. That's 1 hour earlier than normal, 10 a.m. every Saturday morning. That starts September 2nd, so mark that down your calendar so you can catch all the Memphis Championship Wrestling action. Pete Gas really testing Robert Malone's patience here, refusing to break the count, tags out to Rodney. Nothing subtle here, it's just a mugging over in the corner, snapmare takedown. Rodney comes in, flips over and snaps his neck back.
You ain't done yet, baby.
Telling him to get up, you're not done yet. Hooks him, suplex. Possibly could have gone for the cover, but I think Schaefer was too near the ropes. Rodney realizes that. Picks him up and just starts hammering on him again. Sweeps both feet out from under him. Kick to the midsection. And Price coming in. Referee trying to keep him out of the action. That'll give the Posse another chance to double team Schaefer over in their corner. Bobcat going nuts outside the ring. Bobcat a little more businesslike this week. She said, hey boys, you better listen to me. If you want to keep those titles, do what I tell you and quit fooling around. There you see Bobcat watching on as Schaefer trying to fight his way out of that corner. Couple of big blows to the top of the head. Fires Pete Gas off. No, Pete reverses. Schaefer into the ropes. Ducks the clothesline. Here comes the big freight train, but Pete catches him. What straight sidewalk slam. Pete saying that is it, and it very well may be it. Little insult over towards Bobcat there. Confident tag out to Rodney, who goes up to the top rope. Here comes Moonsault, baby, and he misses it. Schaefer rolled out of the way. I think Rodney may have barely just caught him, but only with his head, which didn't do Rodney any good. Rodney right near his corner, but doesn't realize it. Schaaf desperately crawling over to Price and gets the tag. Here comes the freshman of the Kingpins. Ducks a Pete Gas clothesline and just starts clubbing him with flows into the ropes. Elbow. Schaaf trying to recover in the corner, but Price taking on both Pete Gas and Rodney. Bobcat now sends Schaaf back in. We got all four guys in the ring. Kingpins hammering away on the Mean Street Posse. Price up on the ropes now. Pete Gas outside. Schaaf following out after him. They're taking the action down to the floor here at the north end in Jackson, Mississippi. Meanwhile, Price is outside the ring too, and inside we've got Ronnie, and Bobcat has just slipped in saying, hey, Ronnie, you want some? She rips off the bowling zone. Wow, take a look at Bobcat. She's saying, come on, Ronnie, I'm going to take you on right now. And Ronnie just took off his top. He's taking his pants off. He's saying, you want some action, honey? I'll give it to you. Ooh, low blow out of Bobcat. Ronnie's not going to be able to get his party on that way, but look out. Pete Gas sneaking up from behind and levels Bobcat with a vicious clothesline. Took her head off.
Oldies 95.7.
Michelle Robinson brings your neighborhood news tonight at 9.